better textured glass finishes, ProMotion for both high refresh rate and always on display, even magi-er MagSafe, full-on astrophotography, better ultra-wide camera, and yeah, portrait mode video with dynamic bokeh. That's what's reportedly coming to the iPhone 13 Pro, or more likely, the iPhone 12s Pro, at least according to Max Weinbach and Everything Apple Pro. And if all of that sounds too good to be true, well, it just might be. Sponsored by Brilliant. Only a small percentage of you watching are actually subscribed, so do me a solid, hit that button and bell so we can build the best, biggest community in tech together. Okay, so first up, Max is saying the next iPhone Pro will have an improved matte glass finish, with Apple tweaking it towards something smoother, grippier, and more pixel style in texture. And sure, I mean, Apple's industrial design team is constantly working on new materials and new finishes, anything that'll improve the premium look and feel and the durability. The iPhone 12 only has ceramic shield on the front, but the ion exchange glass on the back is still amongst the best in the industry, at least when it comes to shatter resistance. I just really hope Apple gives that new texture some new friction, because since they went glass for inductive charging, the iPhone has basically become an air hockey puck, with time from even slightly angled surface to floor measurable in minutes. And for me, the best kind of shatter resistance available is avoiding impact to begin with. That way, maybe you can balance things back towards a little more scratch resistance as well. But let me know what you think. Next up, ProMotion, Apple's name for adaptive refresh. In other words, what the iPad Pro's LCD display can do. Idle at 60 Hz, boost up to 120 Hz for better than buttery smooth scrolling and high refresh gaming, drop down to 48 Hz to show Hollywood movies at the proper 24 frames per second, down again to 24 Hz to save power on things like static images and interfaces. But because the iPhone ProMotion will be OLED, not LCD, it should also have the ability to mimic what the Apple Watch can do, and that is bottom out at even lower, maybe 10 Hz refresh rate for positively power-sipping always-on display. And yeah, this has been rumored before by pretty much everybody at this point. Max also says he's hearing the always-on lock screen will feature time and battery and an icon bar for apps that have notifications pending. And personally, I would just love to see full-on Apple Watch style rich complications right out of the gates, but I'm assuming baby power-saving steps first. Max also says MagSafe, which is the magnetic inductive charging system introduced with the iPhone 12, will be getting stronger with the iPhone 13, which I guess maybe will help keep the wallet on better for some, but make taking the charger off actually more annoying for others. And I don't know, it would be just great if this could be dynamically done as well. But what I really want is to see some or any evidence of MagSafe data transfer, either directly like the smart connector has been doing on the iPad Pro for years already, or wirelessly with the U1 ultra wideband chip and Bluetooth. Because if previous reports are at all true, Apple's been working on an iPhone without a lightning port as well, as in with no ports, maybe for this year, maybe next, and this would be an incredibly important step toward that. Next up is astrophotography, which is super interesting given the iPhone 11 actually launched with a version of that feature over a year ago already, where it could extend the night mode to 30 seconds if you stabilized with something like a tripod first. So this sounds like a lot more of that, like the ability to hold an exposure even longer, but also with machine learning specifically tuned to detect, capture, and highlight celestial photography features like the moon and stars. And my only question here is, will Apple provide better zoom capabilities on the camera system to really take advantage of it? Unclear. Max does say there'll be a better ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 13. Other reports for a while now have been saying that all the cameras will be better, including the bigger internally stabilized wide angle that was previously exclusive to the Max model, but should be on at least all the Pro models this time, as well as LiDAR, which is reportedly going to be going just across the line. But a better camera system on the iPhone is just table stakes each year, every year. It is pretty much the absolute safest bet in tech. It's one of the most important features, and so one of the biggest sales and upgrade drivers. So from telephoto in 2016 to wide angle in 2019 to LiDAR in 2020, Apple just keeps skipping and jumping their way to more and more capable camera setups. And that also includes a bevy of computational photography features that extend those capabilities far, far beyond what the optics alone, what the physics alone would allow. And this year, Max says that this includes portrait mode for video, something that's been on my wish list for years now. And it means using the computational photography system, the simulated lens models and depth of field effect, the one that does portrait mode stills on the current iPhones, and just applying that to video as well, with the ability to do depth effects adjustments. In other words, change the amount of virtual bokeh anytime after you've captured the video, from no blur to just blur intensifies. And according to Max, also a dynamic depth effects system, which, if true, and reminder, all of this remains just a giant iPhone Pro Max sized if, and also if done well, it'll be my favorite new feature. But it'll also require an incredible amount of computational power, because it's not just one shot. It's not just one portrait mode effect at a time. It's 24 to 30, maybe even 60 shots effects per second. And that's just really, really exciting because of what it implies for the amount of computational power in a theoretical A15 Bionic, Trionic, whatever chipset coming with the iPhone 13 this year. And with all of these algorithms, the best way to find out more is with Brilliant, a website and app built on learning while doing and solving real challenges in real time. To get started, to get into these industries, to help create the future of where all of this stuff is going, they've got interactive courses on math, science, computer science, logic and deduction, physics, quantum mechanics, game theory, cryptocurrency, and so much more, all with instant feedback that coaches you bit by bit so you can rapidly improve and learn fundamental concepts literally before you even realize it. There is no memorizing long, messy formulas or fact sheets, no tests or grades. You just go to brilliant.org/ReneRitchie and click the link in the description. Pick a course and get started now, today. And clicking on that link really helps out this channel. For more, much more on the upcoming iPhone 13, click the playlist above. I'm breaking down every story, every feature. Click on the playlist, and I'll see you in the next video.